Alright, Fuzz Pie Guy here, back again with another video on an item that I got off of Parallel Miner website for GPU mining. This is the game changer, the ZSX, as you can see. Okay. So here's the bottom of it, there's the top of it. You plug in your server power supply to it right there, just like such. Now, let's go through this a little bit. We have our meter here, on off switch, 3 LEDs. We have a Molex connector, another Molex, your 24-pin connector for the motherboard. Then your 6-pin connectors for the GPUs or the risers. We have some fan connectors here, 5 of them, and 5. Now you look there, we got a PWM controller hook up here that we can plug in from here to the motherboard, and this one here controls these 5 pins, 5 connectors, and this one here controls the bottom row. So if you don't use the PWM, your fans will run at 100%, and if you do, then obviously it will be monitored through the motherboard. This is a remote port. Then you have your other connectors here to tie in other breakout boards. We have a Molex here to power a hard drive or a SATA drive. So, let's plug this up, hook this up. So we have, it comes with your motherboard cable with your CPU connector here. And it also comes with your Molex to Molex and SATA jumper. Let me move this back a little. So, and obviously, you know, you need your cables here. I get these from Parallel Miner too. These are 16 gauge, not the cheap 18 gauge. So we just bring in our old school motherboard here. So what we can do is kind of plug and play. We can plug that guy in, then we can look for the CPU connectors. So that guy would go like that. Then on the motherboard itself, on this breakout board, we would plug in the connector there from the motherboard. Then if you're using a hard drive or a SATA drive, we can plug into this Molex here, and we can just run the power to your solid state or your SATA, regular SATA hard drive. Then whatever you want to do with that. Or if you're using a USB or whatever, like some people do, you wouldn't even really need this, because you could plug your fans into here, but you can also, I guess, plug your fans into there if you feel like it. So now what we can do is plug our our power supply in. So now that we have that, let's go ahead and fire this up. Alright, so now we're back. I got the power cord plugged in. So let me see if I can kind of turn this a little bit so we can see what's going on. As you can see, we have a light on right there. So right there's the power switch. So if we kick that guy on, it comes on. We have 12.2 volts. You can see the fans running there on the CPU and on the motherboard. So now let's see if this does this, but if we unplug this, it should turn back on, because this board can memorize. It keeps it where it was in the last state, which is nice. So if you lose power, you don't have to worry about turning this on, but let's verify that. So we just unplug it from the wall. We'll wait here a second. We'll just let the power supply die down and that light go off. Alright, now let's plug it back in. Alright, that's awesome, because I know a lot of these breakout boards, you need an adapter or whatnot for it to turn back on automatically or whatnot, but that's great that this does this. I might have to switch my current setup to this guy. But like I said, real quick, can support 10 fans, control each 5 fans from a PWM. Then you have your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 of the 6-pin connectors. Your Molex, your 24-pin, your other Molex, and your 2 sets of 4-pin connectors there to combine breakout boards, which a lot of people probably don't. And obviously your SATA connection to power a hard drive or an old school IDE, which we would hope not, but whatever works. So anyway, I'll throw a link in the description to my website for some photos of this and everything and measurements. And thanks for watching. Stay tuned for another one, and I'll throw a link on the website for this board here. So stay tuned.